right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing this word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bashem, Yahawashi, you know. And I want to go into a lesson called Rest in Yahawashi. Rest in Yahawashi. Because in the midst, of all this chaos, and in the midst of us, being in the truth, the midst of us being vexed, as we're conforming to Yahawashi in the wicked world, it comes with a vexation, man. This world isn't for us, man. This current age is against us, man. Everything and almost everyone is against us, in this society, in this age, and even in some of our households, man. Yahawashi said, hey, some of your foes will be of your own households, man, as we serve Yahawashi. Okay? So this age is not for us, man. And we have no rest here, man. Our only rest is in Yahawashi, man. That's the only place, where, the true followers of Yahawashi, man, the men of Yahawashi can have rest and refuge from the world, man. Yahawashi is our shelter from the world. You see, because when we're in Yahawashi, man, we're not the one that have to hold up everything and carry everything. People have all these expectations and nigga, do more, nigga, do more, nigga, do more, nigga. Always like a repeat. Do more, nigga. I need more from you, nigga. Do more, nigga. It's just like it's on a complete cycle. It's like, goddamn. You see, but in Yahawashi, when Yahawashi wants more, he gives us the power to do more because he's the source of our power. And see, more, when Yahawashi wants more, it's for salvation. It's for our benefits, not a one-way thing. This world, especially when, with capable men, this world runs capable men to the ground. That's just the nature of this world. It runs capable men to the ground. They have no expectation for men that are not capable. Okay? But for men that are capable, man, everyone has these extraordinary expectations, man. Of going above and beyond. But Yahawashi, when you read this, man, Yahawashi, he creates a place of rest for us, man. This is rest, man. Like, the scripture calls this a labor, but then it's also a rest for our spirits, man. Because Yahawashi, when you read it, Matthew 11:28, then Yahawashi said, come to me, all of you who weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Okay? And I will give you rest, man, because this world, especially, I say, for the Israelite man, it wants the Israelite man to carry these extraordinary burdens, man. You see? The men that that are capable, that have any type of capability, man, this world will try to put everything on your back, man. You see? To this world, it's like we're just a tool. You see? But with Yahawashi, man, he provides a place of rest in the spirit, man. We can breathe, we can exhale, we don't have to try to figure out manipulation, okay? We don't have to try to, read between the lines, and all. It's straightforward, man. And that's another thing, that's a place of rest when you're dealing with someone that's straightforward, when you ain't got to try to figure out, because that's a mental, all right, exhaustion, man, trying to figure out this and this manipulation and what they mean by this and what they own, and trying to, that's of this world, man. But Yahawashi is straightforward, man. And Yahawashi is all about building us up, man, because when we come to Yahawashi, we leave built up. We leave built up, man. This world doesn't do that. This world just takes and pulls, man. But Yahawashi, this is a place of rest, man. This is our refuge, man. And that's why, you got to fall in love with reading. You got to fall in love, with, serving Yahawashi, man. Because it's a rest. Like I say, it's a labor. Then it's a rest, man. And then it's a place of appreciation, man. YAHAWASHI, Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, they show appreciation, man. You can feel it's an inward feeling of peace that we can't get from nothing in this world, man. Nobody in this world has the ability to give us the inner peace that we get from serving YAHAWASHI, man. You know, and this becomes our place of rest, man. You see, matter of fact, let's keep reading. It says, take my yoke upon you, let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Yeah, man, YAHAWASHI, is a real, the spirit of YAHAWASHI. It's an austere spirit, when it's needed, and then it's a gentle, kind-hearted spirit as well, man. And it's a place of refuge for those that are truly seeking, righteousness, man. Those who really seek, who really are fed up with this world, and are excited about the world to come, man. YAHAWASHI is a place of rest, man, because ain't no rest in this world, man. It's just an ongoing, it's an ongoing, thing of demands, like I say, ongoing thing of dysfunction, ongoing thing of manipulation, just an ongoing. It just never stops. When we leave YAHAWASHI and we step into this world, you gotta be, hyper aware. Okay, like I said, you gotta figure out, okay, what's their motive? What's their motive? What's this motive? What's this motive? Okay, what's her? What's his? What they? Damn, what that don't make sense. They don't add up. Well, what they, that's this world, man. You see, because Esau has created a very dark, selfish, conniving society, man. Okay? And the moment you step into that, man, you got to get in a certain mode, man, that's wearisome, man. But in YAHAWASHI, man, you can let your guard down, and be your authentic self, man. You can't do that nowhere else. Okay? Except amongst the brothers. Which are what? An extension of YAHAWASHI, man. You see? But everywhere else, man, you gotta tiptoe. And see, this ain't for us, man. This shit is not for us, man. Brothers, this is not our rest, man. This shit is not for us, man. Okay? This is not our world. This is not our age. Okay? This is for Satan. This is for Esau 2/3, man. This day shit, man. This day shit, man. The woman is empowered. You gotta play them stupid games and shit, man. Like, this ain't for us, man. Okay? But when we come to YAHAWASHI, man, we can excel, man. We can really excel, man. Unapologetic. You don't have to explain everything. You don't have to, I meant this and see, I do this, so you don't have to do that with YAHAWASHI, man. He fully understands your sacrifice that you making. He understands that you understand his sacrifice, man. He appreciates you showing appreciation. You see, you don't have to go into this spiel with YAHAWASHI. He know. You see, big brother know. You see, so when you read verse 30, it says, "For my yoke is easy to bear, and my burden I give you is light," man. So YAHAWASHI is not trying to put this unbearable load on us. Always trying to just put this unbearable load. Because he doesn't give us more than we can stand. He does require more as we grow in this thing, man. Okay? Because he's conditioning us for something eternal, man. This world, all right, they just want their own selfish purpose. Okay? They want more from you for their own little selfish purpose. It's not to be a joint heir with YAHAWASHI and rule the earth in righteousness. YAHAWASHI put more on us for that purpose, man. Okay? Not no silly shit that don't matter in this world. Okay? So now, man, our true rest is in YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? When you go from there. Alright, let's get this in what's that, 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense trouble. All right, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. And it's speaking to Esau, man. And also, 2/3 of our people, man. Our people that ain't right, man. Okay? People that's, because you look at, how the world is set up, man. Esau, all right, he has, like I said, he turned our people so dark, and so self-destructive, man. Okay? To the point to where they become a trouble to themselves and everyone else around them, man. You see? And it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, man. Yeah, man. So those that have, see this, going back, YAHAWASHI, he's like the rallying flag to those that are in trouble. We're troubled in this world, man. You see? But YAHAWASHI, that's our rallying flag, man. It says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, man. Let's see what this word rest goes into, man. This world troubles us, man. You see? I say we have an inward peace, but we can rest in YAHAWASHI. So you go into this word rest.
Strong's G425. Onesis.
Onesis. It says a loosening, a relaxing. It says spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity to be held in less vigorous confinement. You see? Spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity to be held in a less vigorous confinement, man. Because YAHAWASHI don't put, he doesn't add, unnecessary, affliction, unnecessary hell on us, man. He puts affliction and hell on us, man. All right, but it's for the sake of growth. All right, to become a joint heir with him. Okay. Not to do it just to do it. This world do that, man. This world, if this world sees it has any type of leverage on you, it'll do it just to do it. It'll use that leverage to just put pressure on you just to do it, man. If this world has any type of leverage on you, man, it's all about, using that leverage, man. To put the stress. Cause see, the earth act like Esau. Especially the American society, it acts like Esau. Okay, which is a goddamn tyrant. You see? And people get a little leverage on you and they start to get tyrannical. You be like, God damn. You see? But with YAHAWASHI, it's not like that, man. YAHAWASHI is not this overbearing, tyrant, that's using the leverage he has to just put us in more affliction and hell for nothing. Nah, man, the Lord puts us in, affliction and hell to refine us, man. He puts us through particular things to refine us, man. Okay? This world will do it with the intent to destroy us, man, with the intent to break us down. Whether they doing it knowingly or unknowingly, man. Because they're just hardwired to do. This world is hardwired to do that. You have people that do that and don't even understand that they're doing it, man. Because they're hardwired to be like that. You see? And even we got to watch ourselves and make sure we're not being like that, man. We got to monitor ourselves and examine ourselves to make sure we're not being like that, because this world hardwires, all right, the masses, especially here in America, to be like that, man. To try to get leverage on somebody just for the sake of being a goddamn tyrant, man. For the appeasing of the ego. You see? So when you keep going, it said the word rest, it says spoken of a more tolerable condition in captivity to be held in a less vigorous confinement, man. Because we already in confinement, man. We're restricted. We're bound in this captivity until YAHAWASHI return, man. But being in YAHAWASHI, resting in YAHAWASHI, man, it gives us an inward peace in the hell, man. And that's the only place to get this inward peace is in YAHAWASHI. And don't get it, there's no other source outside YAHAWASHI where we get this inward peace, man. Okay? And YAHAWASHI spoke on that. Matter of fact, we'll get it. Let's go here. It says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord YAHAWASHI shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, and flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. Okay? So YAHAWASHI is coming with vengeance, man. He finna clear all this shit out, man. Anything that's just a trouble to the elect. That's why the scriptures say, man, you know, to offend one of these little ones, it'd be better if a millstone be hanged about his neck and him thrown into the sea, man. So everything that offends his little ones, man, YAHAWASHI is coming back with vengeance, man. You know? That's why we don't have to, you know, so we don't have to, you know, we don't have to worry ourselves with trying to avenge ourselves, man. You know, great vengeance is coming, man. You know, we don't have to, you know, sit here and try to make up a master plan and how to get back and how to. Nah, man, hey, the Lord gonna avenge everything, man. You see, but let's go here. Got two more. Al-Ratazar. This is on the book of John, chapter 16. All right, this is St. John, chapter 16, verse 33. It said, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In YAHAWASHI we might have peace, man." Okay? In YAHAWASHI, that's it. Ain't no peace outside of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? Ain't no true peace outside of YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? So you go into the word peace in the Greek.
Strong's G 1515. Irene. Irene.
Okay, I won't go to the main definition. It says security, safety, prosperity, felicity, because peace and harmony, all right, make and keep things safe and prosperous, man. And see, we have to be, there's a certain level of peace that we need to be, all right, for us to prosper in our office, man. There's a certain level of peace we need to prosper in our office, all right, like the Lord wants us to, man. Okay, now I ain't say comfort, okay, because you can be uncomfortable and still be at peace. You see, but peace is an inward thing. See, comfort is more of an external thing. Okay, because our situations go up and down, but there's that continuous inner peace that we have in YAHAWASHI. Okay, and we need a particular, all right, a particular level of peace. Okay, to really be able to operate and maneuver in our office, man. Okay, it says peace between individuals, i.e., harmony. All right, yeah, concord. But yeah, that's the main thing, you know, dealing with that peace. But it's in YAHAWASHI. That's why it says St. John 16 and 33. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation. All right, in this world, everything that's of this world comes with some type of tribulation. Okay, you see, it comes with some type of tribulation, man. Somebody gonna be disappointed in you, man. Oh well. Okay, get to the point. Oh well, man. Goddamn. Okay, cause this world will continue to gaslight you too, as if you're just not cutting it. You're not cutting it. You know, you're not cutting it. You see, this world constantly gaslight you, and that's a way of manipulation to get what they want out of you, man. Okay, but YAHAWASHI don't do that. The gaslighting, no, YAHAWASHI don't do that, man. Okay, that tribulation comes from this world, man. It says, "But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, man." YAHAWASHI overcame, and we're gonna overcome in YAHAWASHI, man. You see, that's why it's, hey, stay close to YAHAWASHI, man. Through it all, stay close to YAHAWASHI, man. You know, St. John 14:27. "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth," man. You know, not as this world giveth, because this world can't give true peace, man. You have little moments, you know, these external things, man, that give you a little temporary look. You know, but it's not that inward peace that comes from YAHAWASHI. Okay, that true inward peace only comes from YAHAWASHI, man. You know, and then this world will give you something, but then they'll have these different alternative motives and You know, they be conjuring up something and plotting and setting you up for something and trying to get position and these goddamn games, man. But going back to your Howard shot, man, it's just an honest relationship, man. It's a completely honest relationship where we can put our guards down and just be honest. We can be vulnerable. We can do that with your Howard shot, man. You see, because he gives a peace that this world doesn't give. Okay, it's an inward peace, man. It says, "I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid," man. Because in Yahweh Shai, when we're in Yahweh Shai, it doesn't cause us to be troubled. It doesn't cause us have to overthink and try to figure this out and try to run things back like damn, you know, you be in uncertainty. Yahweh Shai don't do that, man. You see, Yahweh Shai, man, no, he gives true inward peace, man. This is what it is, man. You know? So our peace is in Yahweh Shai, man. Rest in Yahweh Shai, man. And this to you brothers, man. Rest in Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Yeah, all the other shit come with the BS of this world, man. Yahweh Shai, comes with pure, authentic love, man. That this world don't have, man. You see? And an extension of that is the brotherhood, man. So that's the point, Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you few sisters edified once again. Want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully, shalom.